Are you swimming in t-shirts or being drowned by them? Are t-shirts taking over your life? Do you have 6 of the same shirt? Do you have shirts with questionable quotes? Get rid of it. How about shirts with the tag still on? Who do you think you are? Wear the shirt! Shirts that give you bragging rights. No one cares if you ran a 5K. And shirts, well, that your mommy got you. It won't fit. You can't wear it in public. If you have shirts that you want to keep close, that you just can't bear to part with, make it into a blanket and you'll be able to enjoy it all year long. To make a t-shirt quilt, you will need t-shirts, scissors, a sewing machine, pins, and a blanket or a piece of fabric. Here we used 2 yards of faux fur. So you'll cut your shirts up. It's really sad at first, and then you realize they were just sitting in your musty closet anyway. Cut them all about the same size, and then place them onto your blanket or fabric to determine placement of each t-shirt. Once you've got your shirts all lined up, you're going to want to determine what's going to be the best way to sew your strips. You can go horizontally or vertically. Here, mine look like they're going to work better going vertically. Start by taking your first shirt and laying it face down on the next t-shirt in the sequence. A little trick is to use a ruler to show where the seam will be. This will help make sure the images on your shirts are lined up straight. Then you can mark your line with a pencil, pin, and sew. Continue this all the way down each strip. A little off.
What happened?
You weren't watching me.
So after you're done sewing all your strips together, you're going to want to trim the edges. This will just make it easier when you go to sew your long strips together. So we're going to use the narrowest piece of your strip as reference. So you're going to trim along the line from this all the way down.
Then take your long strips, lay them image side together, and sew along the line. Again, we used a pencil or chalk to mark out the line so that we can make sure the strips line up straight. Continue this with each strip until they are all attached in one large square, the size of your blanket or fabric piece. We've got all of our shirts sewn together now, all of our vertical lines. Now we're going to go ahead and cut away all this scrap in the middle. So we're going to start by taking the T-shirt quilt, laying it face to face with our blanket we're using, and pinning one side to start before we sew them together. It helps to have 2 hands, especially when your quilt, 4 hands, especially if your quilt is big, because we had to roll it up. I mean, it's tough getting it through this sewing machine in such a tight area. Once one side has been sewn, pin the other sides and sew, leaving a small opening to turn the whole blanket right side out. For our last t-shirt, we're going to fold both edges over so that we've got a clean edge. And Amber's going to attempt her first whip stitch.
Ladder stitch?
Ladder stitch, it looks much more like that.
So to hide your seam, you basically you're going across this seam line here. So you're going at like sideways. Instead of going vertically up and down like a zigzag, you're going like rungs on a ladder. So you go through this the bottom part of the fabric and you're following along the seam with the needle. And then you come up and you're going to follow this seam straight across. And then back down again and keep doing the same thing. And this is gonna take me a while.
Now, you might not have all been as cool as me and, you know, played a sport, but maybe you like did music or you like bands or something.
Ooh, old band t-shirts would be cool.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's got a pile of t-shirts that they don't wear. I didn't want to wear these. I was starting to ruin them, and that would have just made me throw them away. So I kept them folded up, and they were getting musty, and Amber was like, I have a sewing machine. So we made this awesome quilt. I chose a more luxurious fabric because I'm a grown-up, and I wanted to display it.
It's like little kid, big girl.
Mm-hmm.
When you can't bear to get rid of something.
It was sad to cut these. It really was.
My thing cried a little.
But it's going to be worth it to be able to sleep with all of them at the same time. But yeah, the possibilities are, again, endless with this. Fully customizable. Choose whatever fabric you want. I was going through Joann's, and I was going to pick something to match my school colors, and I just kept coming across more fuzzy and more fuzzy until I found this. And I figured that this would match my house for a long time.
Right.
I didn't want a big bright orange blanket laying around like that didn't match with my stuff, and again, it would have just sat in a closet. It just would have been in blanket form instead.
And then it's nice too because like if you don't want to display this, like if you're having like a get together and you want it to be like fancier, you could make it, this is like a throw that you could just put on your couch and you wouldn't even know that these t-shirts are here.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you want to like be like, look how badass I am. I play water polo. I'm a champion. Then you can put the blanket over.
And they're like, you're 30. You're not 18 anymore.
Like and subscribe.
Oh! You're not scary. Give me that back. Yeah. Throw it like you mean it.
No one's gonna know why you have a helmet on.
They'll know. I'm ready for your close-up.
Dun, 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 dun.
Have your t-shirts become a cat bed?
What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Ooh, you almost got a sneak peek there. That's it. That's plenty.